Hey, welcome you guys. Today our program topic is Simple Dish, Deepest Meaning. As you as you can see, our dish is sandwich. Maybe you will think, sandwich is sandwich. How can it be special? Then Emily will tell you. So let's welcome Emily. Hi, have a seat. So, why is this dish so special?
Before I tell you the story behind the dish, let me ask you a question. Most of you must have a happy childhood, right?
So, how about yours?
My childhood, I think, is kind of happy, but there's something that makes me not that happy in my childhood yet.
Why?
Okay, let me start my story. I still remember that day when I was at the first grade of elementary school, and my mom decided to take me to a new English school, since she thought the old one was no longer suitable for me. However, I love my former English teacher so much that I resist to leave. After my physical and mental struggle with my mom, I was still forced to go to the new English school. And with my mom's company, I walked into the classroom only to find my teacher was actually a black woman, and all of my classmates were talking in English, which frightened me even more and scared me out of my wits. Since my English was not that good at that time, so I couldn't even understand any of their conversation, as if I was deaf and mute. What's worse, all my classmates were staring at me as if I was a weirdo. Because when they came to me and they tried to talk to me, the only thing I could do is remain silent, helplessly. I was really nervous at that time, and I feel like I'm an outsider there. For me, going to the English school was like going to hell, and it's killing me. And so I really wanted to quit, and I even have a fierce fight with my mom.
But you speak pretty good English now. What happened to you?
I think it's because of my teacher, Tracy. At first, I was still really super nervous, and I feel really awkward going to the English class because at that time I didn't have that much friends in the class. And then one day, Tracy came to me friendly, and she tried to talk with me with her body language. And although her friendly act, but I still feel really nervous and terrified. And I was reluctant to go to the English class. But one day, she came to me and talked to me secretly, and she even gave me a special sandwich made by herself. She told me that learning a new language required the accumulation of practice, and it was like the process of making a sandwich. She said that maybe right now, the process of making a sandwich requires a 2 pieces of bread and some ingredients in it to make it complete. And she told me that maybe at that time, the only thing I have is a 2 pieces of bread and with nothing in it. And all of my efforts represent the ingredients that may be added into my sandwich. And she said, the more effort I put into learning English, the more ingredients will be added into my sandwich, and which will make it more complete and will spice up its flavor. I was super touched by her words. Her encouragement triggered me to participate more in class. My heart began to open for her, and I was no longer shy. Instead, my confidence began to thrive. I started to learn to communicate in English with my classmates, and thus I made a lot of new friends. I started to enjoy going to the English class, and I even found learning English enjoyable and amusing. It was Tracy that changed my attitude. It was her that helped me get out of my comfort zone and gave me the hope. Had it not been for her encouragement, I wouldn't have overcome my fear and embarked on learning English happily. And I think that's how her love and care worked on me. Although you might think the sandwich is a simple dish, it contained the deepest meaning for me. And I will never forget about the taste of it. Thank you.
Wow, that's a really touching story, right? Thank you for sharing. So, if you want to speak good English as Emily does, just listen carefully to the recipe. First, you have to prepare 2 pieces of toast and 1 egg and a piece of cheese and ham. First, you stir the egg. And you put the toast into the egg and make it evenly. Then you put your toast into the pan and pan fry it until it's golden yellow. And then cover the toast with a piece of cheese and ham and roast it. You will see it become like the picture. It will melt. Yeah. And finally, you put on another piece of toast, and that's done. Pretty easy, right? Just as Tracy said, the process of making a sandwich is just like learning a new thing. You grow and improve, just like adding some ingredients into your sandwich. So I hope you can enjoy the meal. Thank you. Okay, it's time for question and answer. So if you have any questions for our presentation, just ask us now.
Okay, any question?
Then,
Okay, tell us your name first.
Willie,
Okay.
did
Hi,
you
Willie.
read it yourself?
no. Because we don't have those tools. So we asked the bakery outside the school to make for us. Yeah. Any other questions? Then I have a question. How is Tracy now?
Tracy left the English school like 2 years after she teaching me. After teaching me, and then I thought that's the last time I saw her. And then what surprised me the most is that when I go to the junior high school, and there's an English teacher. And one day I was chatting with him, and he showed me his wife's photo. And then I found out it was actually Tracy. And then one day, my English teacher got sick, and Tracy came to Tadas for him. And then she came to me, and then she hugged me, and she gave me the special sandwich again.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's
Wow. And that's all. Thank you for listening, and enjoy your meal.
Please take your bowls or plates to